Like the video and subscribe right now, or hot doggo will eat your wiener. It's likely I could lose my job soon. I should have a backup plan. Other skills. Let's see what I've gotten. Sucking dick. If she's really good at it, she might not lose her current job. Anybody know the zoo? Zoo? What country this zoo in? Anybody know how much a giraffe weigh? Anybody know where it's legal to own a giraffe? Where does zoo at? The king of football has left us, but his legacy will never be forgotten. R.I.P. King. You are next. A genius move. Cop 1. Anything you say can and will be held against you. Guy, titties. Cop 2. Damn, this guy's good. Things changed when Cop 2 took his shirt off. Gentlemen, I have a pimple on my dick and it is bleeding. Get an erection and see if the blood pressure allows you to make a fountain. Things you can say in both class, bed. You sure know a lot for an elementary student. Look how happy this gecko is with his little gecko toy. Plot twist. It's a Shrek's doll. What timeline are we in? We're in a timeline where the Axis won World War II. Why is the city all utopian though? Wood statue leaf. Comments locked. Removed. 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 A bite from the Brazilian wandering spicer can cause an erection that lasts up to 4 hours. We really need to save the Amazon. When you go to a high school with 30,000 kids, fastest way to get a nuke. Once we are extinct, I hope aliens will visit and see our empty desolate landscapes filled with Jesus's coming signs and assume that he ate us. Shit, if Jesus came I'd swallow. What unpopular opinion can put you in this position? I'd rather be raped than obese. What? What the duck are you even supposed to say after you get nudes? Grandma says your hair looks nice. The way anime girls act about each other's boobs, but it's guys, and they're huge fat nuts. Bro, your balls are so big. I'm so jealous. Gets behind and starts fondling them. Kyra, those are sensitive. Bro, they flop all over the place. Dude in the cummer with tiny nuts looks down in shame. If you can't describe your job in 3 words, you have a bullshit job. I'm a SaaS-based fintech sales analyst. I develop and maintain automated capabilities. I create systems to record blockchain data. I catch fish. I sell heroin. Not that I approve drunk driving or anything, but I'm 100% sure this shit absolutely slaps when you're driving home drunk. Especially when the bumping noise of the people you run over are perfectly sync with the beat. I want to extract the eggs from your ovaries and take the milk from your honkers and mix them together to make an omelette. A sad person. A sad Southeast Asian. Remove the water and you see a sad African. Add family member. There's Alabama. My kid says his is bigger, faster, and cooler. What should my response be? Yeah, well, I did your mom. How people at my college park. What if we touched truck nuts in the college parking lot? Melts my heart every time I see this. My veteran grandpa was asked by a little girl if he would do it all again. He said, yes, for you. Plot twist, he's German. My kids are going to cremate me after I pass, and I have had a knee replacement, so that should be interesting. How old are you, and when about do you expect to kick it? Can't wait for that Reddit post. Holy shit, what an inquiry. But I'm 60 and both sides of family generally live to be 80 to 100. So hate to disappoint you, but you keep your fingers crossed. Remind me. 20 years. Which smell do you find the most satisfying? A. Campfire. B. Gasoline. C. Own farts. D. Rain. I like to smell my own farts while standing in the rain pouring gasoline on the campfire. Xiaomi's people eraser is just as good as the Pixels, it seems. Not as good as Hitler's. I'm not attracted to men that play video games. According to your bio I can see all of you for $2. Why are you criticizing gamers when you the one playing yourself? How I imagine my friend's sorting ceremony in Hogwarts Legacy. Azkaban. The version with the black wizard is funnier. Family awarded $1.7 billion by Ford after accident kills parents. Lost their parents and became billionaires. No way Ford turned them into Bruce Wayne. My girlfriend recently started taking pictures of my dick and sending them to me when I don't expect it. It's fucking horrifying to open your phone and see that. I'm becoming afraid of my own penis. I feel like I'm being taught a lesson about sending dick pics, but I never did that in the first place. She just thinks it's funny. 4.5 million fentanyl pills, 3,000 pounds of meth seized during joint drug bust. I love that it's someone's job to organize all the drugs on the table in a pretty little display, like it's a bake sale. What is a movie that has aged poorly? The 1990s, I think, Muppets movie where someone shows Kermit what the world would be like if Kermit was never born. I think it fast forwards to New York City 2002, and in the movie, the Twin Towers were still standing, so canonically Kermit being born somehow caused 9/11. Without him, they couldn't Kermit terrorism. Be safe my friends. Shrek's offenders are using this symbol to identify each other on the internet. I have eaten 5 babies today. Out. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy, the other is a little lighter. Also I didn't get banned from the zoo for trying to have Shreks with a zippo. Collects inheritance. I just thought of the Minecraft EXP sound effect. My 12-year-old son asked me to punch him as hard as I could to test his strength. I told him no but he insisted. He's now been unconscious for around 4 hours. What should I do? Hide the body. Begin the sacrificial ceremony. Being with my boyfriend is never enough for me. I wanna live in his balls and be a spermaid until he ejaculates and you die in a sock. Or in her sister. You know you're grown up when you watch Harry Potter and find Bellatrix hotter than Hermione. That's cap. You aren't an adult until you wanna bang Professor McGonagall. The English sounds funny, but nothing can beat Japanese. I mean 2 big bombs and a prolonged firebombing campaign beat the Japanese pretty well. In Japan we don't say I love you. We say, which roughly translates to let us never be apart, and I think that's beautiful. We are having Shreks with squid now. Both sound like a Japanese thing. Wow, where can you get something like that? Probably self-made but still impressive. It's called a woman and you can find them just about anywhere. New. Japan is set to finally raise the age of consent from 13 to 16. They should not. Japan birth rates are already low. What's DP? I love DP. Dwarf porn. Mother Ducker lost the Star Wars. Grab your left nut, make your right one jealous. Done. My G. When your girlfriend poops during Shreks. Man, what the duck? I know. Didn't save any for the rest of us. So selfish. What should never go into the dishwasher? A baby. As a new father, I wish you'd told me earlier. It's okay. Just don't dry it out in the microwave. Half-eaten blueberry donut next to a gas station urinal. You sure it's not a turd? It didn't taste like a turd. Email. Do not reply to this email. Me. Replies to the email. The email center. Breaking. A second reply has hit the World Trade Center. Right, I love my family but. And let your keyboard finish it. I love my family, but it had to end. I love my family, but I was really hungry. If your cum was flavored, based on the state you're from, what would your cum taste like? A derailed train. I'm 14. What are you doing on a NSFW question then? I don't go to work. Shit, I mean, he's definitely got us there. Would you rather have $30 million or 30 million loyal friends? The duck am I gonna do with 30 million friends? Just how loyal are they? The friends might be more useful if you want to start a private army. Could probably seize power in a mid-sized nation with that many. The lack of money wouldn't be a problem either if you have 30 million people for funding. Better test their loyalty with a record-breaking orgy. You'll remember when our grandmas used to make us nut before we went on dates, just to make sure we didn't have Shreks. Did she take out her teeth first? The ability to shit yourself non-stop until you die. Immortality. I take both. Kylie Jenner is the Ariel we all deserved. There's already enough plastic in the ocean. What would you do if I unplugged your router in the middle of your game? Use the time to form a strong romantic relationship with you that eventually leads to marriage. When we eventually grow old together and we find ourselves in the hospital on life support, I'll bring up the time you unplugged my router, then unplug your life support. The long con. I'm so glad they removed the nut from Honey Cheerios. Now you gotta add your own. Why must you do this to my posts? In the movie Avatar, 1970, the main characters John and Renuni are so forgettable that you just believed that those were their names. All I remember is the hair Shreks. Just why? Cocaine Bear, Attack of the Meth Gator. When are we finally getting Viagra Vulture? Death from Above. I like sleep. I feel you, man. Sleep is like a free trial of death. Love that shit. Death, but with ads. I think I'm into femboys with vaginas. How do you call that? That's called a woman, you dumb mother ducker, you stupid ducking ape. If someone kidnapped your parents and the only way to save them is you have 30 minutes to either eat 1000 Oreo cookies or one log of poop, which would you choose? So many questions. Are the Oreos double stuffed? Do you get milk to go with them? How big is this log of poop? Whose poop is it? Or is it even human poop? It's the poop of the last person who tried to eat 1000 Oreos. Moan louder every time the cashier scans one of your items. Please do not do this. The blue Toyota Yaris, stripped of its license plates, in Jewry Lake in Ween district of Nerathawood. 3 murdered men were found the boot. I'm metal bending. No. Yes. And then would still refuse to use it to kill Fire Hitler. What are you supposed to do when Shreks is done? Finish the autopsy and try to convince yourself you aren't a bad veterinarian. My fingers turn deathly pale sometimes. You're gaining privilege. Girls time traveling. You're my granddaughter? Yes. Me time traveling. I'm your son. Please use this. Will do. I thought the joke was that the son wanted to be ducked by the dad. You don't need to time travel for that. If the dad passed away beforehand, yeah. Well, not necessarily. Where there's a will, there's a way. When a young fan with Down syndrome got too excited when meeting his favorite band Maroon 5, it triggered a panic attack. So the entire band decided to lay down with him and just hang out until he felt better. That's very thoughtful, but also a strategic move by the band, as I imagine most Maroon 5 fans have Down syndrome and you don't want to alienate your fan base. Love to see it. Bro, your dick gon' get lost in there. Since whales are milk producing mammals, you could hypothetical make whale cheese. Whale milk has a very thick consistency. The milk is almost solid. The thickness is attributed to the high fat concentration that can reach up to 50% fat in some whale species. The consistency and texture of the whale milk are compared to that of toothpaste. Basically, whales already make something close to cheese anyway. Imagine sucking a titty and gorgonzola comes out. I like my girls how I like my fish. Stupid as duck and kinky. Dead. Rotten. Eaten. Smoked. Featured comment. Paul Nash. Person brave enough to take a dump in the school toilet. I'll save you, but doesn't flush if it's convenient.